a Tuesday night matchup in Freeport, Illinois, as the Highland men's basketball team takes on the visiting Candy King Statesmen. Welcome in to Larry F. Kale Gymnasium. I'm Adam Oppenheim. Well, the Cougars sit at 5-4 on the season after they split a pair of games over Thanksgiving break in Moberly, Missouri, winning over State Fair Community College on Friday, but losing for the second time this season. This time it was at number 20 Moberly Area Community College. For Candy King, it's been a struggle to start the season as they sit at 1-7, but they did pick up their first win of the year in their last game, an 84-62 victory over Harry S. Truman. That was on November 22nd. So about a week and a half ago, under head coach LaTroy Farrow. In his fourth season with the Statesmen, his third full season, basketball program shut down in the 22-23 season, and now is trying to get it back on track for Highland. They're under head coach Eric Walton, his first season. And with that, we're about to get ready for the anthem. We'll get you the starting lineups and the keys to the game for both teams after this short break. Again, here at Freeport, Illinois, it's the Statesmen taking Welcome back to Highland Community College in Freeport, Illinois. Let's get you the starting lineups. First for the Candy King Statesmen. A freshman guard from Davenport, Iowa, number 5, Darian Manning. A sophomore forward from Chicago, Illinois, number 10, Kelsey Tarver. A sophomore forward from Lake Worth, Florida, number 12, Devontae Jean. A sophomore guard from Chicago, Illinois, number 25, Reggie Ray. And a freshman forward from Chicago, Illinois, number 30, Theron Johnson. For the Cougars, same starting lineup as they had the past two games. A sophomore guard from Rockford, Illinois, number 2, Walter Hill Jr. A freshman guard from Madison, Wisconsin, number 4, Anthony Washington. A redshirt sophomore forward From Belize, number 20, Jaheim Sigo. A freshman guard from Serbia, number 22, Steven Jurisic. And a redshirt sophomore forward from Chicago, Illinois, number 23, Chin Hansen. Cougars come at 5-4 under head coach Eric Walton. First season as the head coach, was hired on June the 20th. Spent the previous 3 seasons as an assistant under Luke Norman. For Candy King, LaTroy Farrow in his 3rd full season with Candy King. Took over when the basketball program shut down and then got it back up and running. Is also the director of intercollegiate and intramural athletics at Candy King, so he's do it all. And locked in here coaching today, both coaches. And the tip-off is won by Hansen, and we're underway. Anthony Washington has the ball now. The freshman has started the past 2 games for the Cougars. It's been a big factor in Highland so far this season. Washington looking inside to Hansen. On the drive, back out to Sigo. The high flyer down the lane, he lays it in. Jaheim Sigo has his first 2 points. Darian Manning didn't score in their last game against Harry S. Truman. Their main scorer is Reggie Ray. He has the ball now. He is a bucket. Scored 22 points in their last game, 8 for 12 from the floor. Here's a step-back 3 from Gene. That's off the mark. And Washington has the rebound. Sigo down the lane, big strides, he gets hacked. 2 shots at the line for Jaheim Sigo. Sigo rattles in the first. And also hits the second. So Jaheim Sigo has the first 4 for Highland. Going down the lane, and it's rejected by Chin Hansen. He denies Ray. Chin Hansen, Coach Walton says, just scratching the surface. So's this guy, Jurisic. Corner 3's good. 7-0 start for the Cougars. Reggie Wade, 25 in the pink shoes. Scored 38 versus Prairie State College this year. He is pretty much their offensive engine. Big answer by Darian Manning, a downtown hit. That's an offensive foul. It goes against Jurisic. On the illegal screen. Going back to Reggie Ray, shooting 47% this year from 3, 56 from the floor, and over 23 points per game. 5 straight games of 20-plus points, and that is the key cog of the offense for Candy King. Gene on the drive, back outside. Tough step-back jumper from Ray. Good contest by Sigo. Hansen's calling for it and draws the foul. Good early post position for Chin Hansen. Foul goes against Theron Johnson. First sub into the game is Philip Berryhill, checking in for Devontae Jean for Candy King. Sigo, step back 3. way off the mark. Jurisic's right there for the rebound. Seago doesn't attempt a lot of three-pointers. Something he's worked on coming into this year. That time, a good bounce and a 9-3 Cougars lead. Ray drops it inside. Tarver, step back, baseline jumper. Hansen has the rebound. Walter Hill Jr. straight on three, got it! Walter Hill Jr. from downtown, shooting 43% coming into this game from three, and it's an early timeout for the Statesman. 12-3 Highland, jumping all really fast start for Highland. They lead 12-3. Pair of three-pointers. And good defense from Highland to start. They do have a pretty big size advantage against Candy King. I mean, you're looking at Steven Jurisic, who's their point forward, standing at 6'8". Down the lane goes Manning. He lost his footing. Turnover out of the timeout. Crowd getting pretty loud here, too. This Cougars team shooting 36% from three coming into this game, known as a really good three-point shooting team. Walter Hill Jr. just short on mid-range basket. Here's Ray in transition. Down the lane, he lost the ball. Finds its way back outside. Stepping out of bounds is Berryhill. Bang out Mai. Comes in for Candy King. Quick double team. Ray gets a piece of it. And shot clock's at 26. So 6 seconds to get it over for Highland. Warfield comes in for Manning. Washington, got to get rid of it. Jurisic gets it to Hill, and he walked with it. So Candy King forces the turnover. Troy Farrell trying to implore his guys. It's been a rough start for the visitors. Highland defense is aggressive, really led by Jaheim Seago, who's one of the three captains on this Highland team, and Coach Wallen loves what he's been bringing on the defensive end. He knows he's a high flyer. But that defensive intensity they really need. That's a big three-pointer for Berryhill. As Seago's trapped over the top to Jurisic. Looks for the cutting. Hansen, alley-oop! Steven Jurisic set it up on a platter for Hansen. After a made basket. Ray, Seago's on him. Mai finds Warfield, step back, mid-range jumpers pure. Jurisic again in the open floor, goes right to the rim, can't lay it in. Rebound is taken by Warfield. Here's Ray. Ray to the rim, attacks Hansen, and slides it in over the big man. And now Ray comes up with the steal. Ray to the rim, takes contact, it's blocked by Jurisic. Mai can't follow it up, but was fouled. Actually, the foul's on the floor. So Reggie Ray, known for his scoring ability. At that time, he was doing it on the defensive end. Stepping into the three is Berryhill. He buries another. Back-to-back threes from Philip Berryhill. Seago goes high for the catch. He's looking to pass it. Finds his way to Washington. Udella, who just checked in, leaves it off to Hansen. Pump fake. Blocked from behind. Walter Hill with 8 on the shot clock. Crossover. Step back three. Short. And the rebound is secured by Kennedy King. Up top, Berryhill. That time it was an air ball. Kevin Morales comes in for Anthony Washington. Morales been in the starting lineup. Was in the starting lineup at the beginning of the year. And I'm coming off the bench. It's been up and down this year. One thing that has stayed steady is his three-point shooting, just below 43%. Here's Morales off the screen. Was looking inside of Hansen, who's battling for post position. Seago to the rim, looking for contact, can't finish. Warfield against Hill, to the rim, can't bank it in. And Hansen has the rebound. Seago, so dangerous in the open court this time, leaves it for Morales, who lays it in. Pass to Mai, wasn't looking for it. It's taken away by Udella. Walter Hill Jr. goes right around Ray. Finds Morales. Fakes on the corner three, pulls up for a 10-footer and drills it. Quick four for Kevin Morales off the bench. Ray was looking for the cutting Berryhill out of his reach. That was rather Emerald Lake on the pass. Walter Hill Jr. The floater is blocked. He wanted a foul. Warfield got a piece of the ball. Berryhill tries a corner three, got another one. Philip Berryhill is at 3 triples in the first quarter, or in the first half rather. Mohamed Bayo Suleiman in for the first time for Highland, and he turns it over. Kennedy King creeping closer. Berryhill checks out for Kobe Harris. 18-15. After the explosive start for Highland, they began this game on a 12-3-1. It is 12-6 since that point. McCaskill against Udella. Scoops it in with the right hand. Timeout Highland. The lead is now 1 for the Cougars. We'll take the timeout with them. 11:35 to go in the first. Back here in Freeport, 18-17. The Cougars' lead is just 1. Coach Walton not happy during that timeout. Did not like how the Cougars were playing. More full court pressure. Morales gets it to Udella. Hansen's been trying to post up for a while now. They can't get it to him, though. Bayo Suleiman swings it out to Morales. Almost stepped out of bounds. Pass inside. Udella's wide open. That's stolen by Bayo Suleiman, then taken back by Emmer Lake. Bounces to the corner. Turnaround jumper. Hits back iron from Warfield. Offensive rebound, Harris. Another chance. Mai for 3. Five triples already in the first half for Kennedy King. Morales trying to answer. Finds its way to Bayo Suleiman. Off the dribble. Pull up mid-range jumper. Kennedy King is playing with a lot of confidence. A team coming in that's 1-7, but they are better than their record indicates. Rashawn Emmer Lake, size advantage against Morales. Harris, 8 on the shot clock. Hands off to McCaskill, fires a 3. That one short. Morales back to Hansen, he can hit that. This time it's in and out. Udella, offensive rebound, Walter Hill Jr. Pump fake, nice move inside, left it on the front rim. Hansen tips it up and in. Nice play by Chin Hansen, who has 2 straight games with a double-double. Extra feed. Move inside, Emmer Lake. Down the lane, blocking foul. Goes against Morales. Trying to take a charge. Rashawn Emmer Lake had 4 points. Last game, once again, they played that game 10 days ago, whereas Highland just played last weekend. Emmer Lake's good on the first. Reggie Ray comes back into the game for Kennedy King. So far, it looks like more balanced scoring as compared to what we've seen for the Statesmen this year, where it's been Reggie Ray or pretty much no one. There hasn't really been a second option that's appeared on their team. Mayo Swansea comes in for the first time for the Cougars. Jaheim Seago comes back in for Highland as well. In and out on the second free throw. Seago rips down the rebound. Pass inside of Hansen. It was deflected. Hansen collects it, but he's far ways away from the basket. Hooks a pass outside of Bayo Suleiman. It's great creating off the dribble. This time drops to Hansen. Is doubled. Finds the cutter. Seago. It's deflected. Nearly taken away. It ends up with Morales. Got a fire. Shot clock's expiring. Short. He did get it off in time. It would have counted. Harris. Emmer Lake was looking for Tarver. Bayo Suleiman just stepped in front. Suleiman lobs it up to Seago. It was deflected. Another turnover. Bayo Suleiman gets it right back off the deflection. Swansea gets fouled. Bodies hitting the floor. A physical first 11-plus minutes. Send Mayo Swansea to the line. Had 17 points over the 2 games last weekend. Sophomore from Olympia Field, Illinois, misses on the first. Played at Vincennes University after 1 season. They're currently right at the top of pretty much every JUCO ranking. Played in 22 games last year, but only averaged 3 points per game. As Daryl Toney will come in for the first time for Chin Hansen. Swansea splits the pair. And Highland has a 2-point lead. Kobe Harris was looking for Ray, and it's taken away by Swansea. Up the floor, Morales hangs in the air. It rolls off on the banker. He gets it back. Another opportunity. Bayo Suleiman. He can hit from that distance. Instead, pulls up. Tough mid-range jumper. It's all net. He can fill it up from all 3 levels. At times showing off the mid-range J. Berryhill thought about another 3. Already has hit 3 3-pointers. Ray steps back. Back iron. Morales quickly up the floor to Seago. Tony's posted up. They drop it inside of Daryl Toney. Takes some contact. Got fouled before the second defender, Tarver, was there. Foul goes against Theron Johnson. That's his second. Pretty smooth first half. Not due to good physicality, but not a lot of fouling. Just 7 fouls combined. Toney hits on the first free throw. And also hits the second. Reggie Ray just has 2 points. Once again, averages over 20 a game. There's Ray going down the lane. Hooks it outside. Blocked by Seago. Get it out of here. My goodness, he made up ground. Kobe Harris thought he had an open 3. With that wingspan and that leaping ability from Seago on full display. Harris this time gets up the 3. In and out. Morales has the rebound. Starts the fast break. Swansea jump stops into the paint and scores. Lead is back up to 8 for Highland. Ray on the drive, spins into the paint, takes contact, can't finish. Second and third attempt. Toney blocks it, but fouls Kelsey Tarver. Kelsey Tarver from Chicago, Illinois. Played at Thornton Township High School. Played at North Arkansas College past couple of seasons. Tarver was good on the first, but can't hit the second. Morales, another rebound. He's racking him up. Bayo Suleiman fires from the baseline, way short. Head coach Eric Walton did not like that shot. Up the floor to Tarver. He's doubled. The corner three-pointer is way off the mark from Berryhill. Nice closeout by Highland. Bayo Suleiman down the lane. Up with the left hand, way too strong. Walter Hill Jr. is going to come back into the game for Bayo Suleiman. Elias Vargas comes in for the first time for Kobe Harris. Well, Berryhill has 9. Besides that, no one has more than 1 bucket for Kennedy King in the first half. A low-scoring first half. Both these teams average over 70 points per game. Reggie Ray. Berryhill fakes on a three-pointer down the lane. The floater's pure. Philip Berryhill has an 11-point first half. Morales. Trying to find a shot open. Instead, kicks it to Swansea. Vargas quickly pushes the place. Up to Berryhill. Another floater that time. Might have been deflected by Tony. Ends up in Sego's hands. 2-on-1 developing. Tony back to Swansea. Had it poked away. And then Daryl Tony comes up with the ball. Spin move in the paint and draws the foul. Nice play by Daryl Tony. Keeps the possession alive and then draws a foul. Chin Hansen comes back in for Highland. And Berryhill and Tarver will go to the bench. Mai will come back in, along with Devontae Jean. Foul was on the floor. 5 team fouls apiece. Morales, mid-range jumper off bounce, he got fouled. That was gonna be a really tough shot anyways. Then a bit of a bailout foul. It's gonna go against Reggie Ray. Morales rattles in the first. Jurisic and Washington come in. Bayo Suleiman, or rather Swansea and Sego come out. Morales got the second free throw. 31-24. Jean against Hill, trying to find Ray. Here is Reggie Ray. Just 2 points in the first half so far. It is quickly doubled. Gets rid of it. Back outside. Ray into the paint with 5 on the shot clock. Good challenge. Offensive foul. Uses off arm to push off, and Jurisic took the hit. Walter Hill Jr. trying to go to work. Takes it to the rim and got fouled. That's what Walter Hill Jr. can do. Had 15 points versus State Fair Community College. An excellent three-point shooter, so you have to respect his shot. Over 42% from three on 7 attempts a game. This is the leading returning score for Highland. Averaged 9.8 last year. Started 13 games. Shot just 31% from three, 36% from the floor. Has improved those percentages drastically. And he splits a pair at the line. He has 4.5. Vargas down the lane, hooks it back outside. Finds its way to Jean. 15 on the shot clock. Being guarded by Washington. Jean, the floater, gets the soft roll. His first basket tonight, 6-point game. Morales. Fakes on three, now steps back and nails it. Kevin Morales, over 40% on the year from three. And he hits his first triple tonight. 9 off the bench for Morales. Jean. Corner three-point shot is off the side of the rim. Mai comes flying in for the rebound. It's a goaltend. Count the basket. Great weak side board by Mai. This game flying into the play. Candy King staying within striking distance. Washington takes Mai to the basket. He got fouled. Foul's going to go against Ellis Valentin. So Washington will go to the line. Washington hits both. Now Highland showing a little bit of full court press. Easily broken by Candy King down at the other end. And the layup was off the mark from Warfield. Looked like he had a shot, but it was defended well by Highland. It does stay at this side. Or nope, rather it's going to go back to the Cougars. Walter Hill Jr.'s doubled. Morales quickly up the floor to Washington. Washington will take it to the basket and lay it in. Well, they were worried about the lob for Hansen. And that just created a wide open driving lane for Washington. Warfield spins into the paint through traffic. No good. It was defended well by Jurisic, who went straight up. Walter Hill Jr. Morales, another three. Bullseye. Kevin Morales from downtown. 12 first half points off the bench for the redshirt sophomore. Where is the offense going to come from? For Candy King. Warfield on the drive, spins, fades away. Nice move, but came up short. Leads up to 14 for Highland. Hansen posted up. He got fouled before the ball was entered in the post. That's the 10th team foul, so Hansen will shoot 2 at the line. And how about Kevin Morales? Known as a great shooter, has found his way to the line in this game, has done great work on the glass, has hit from the mid-range, and the last couple of times, some distance hits. Hansen hits the first free throw. Sean Emmer Lake's going to come back into the game for Bang Out Mai. Well, I don't think Kennedy King's played a bad first half. Their half-court offense hasn't been great, but this has been a good performance by Highland, especially on the offensive end. They put up 43 points, and I don't think they played perfect on the offensive end. Spin to the baseline. It's an air ball from Makai Meeks. Here is Meeks. Fades away. Comes up shy. Walter Hill Jr. He's looking to push. Will take it to the basket. Tried to feed inside of Hansen. It was read beautifully. Warfield spins. Leaves it off. Nice fake by Meeks. Comes up short. Hill Jr. was fouled. Not a smart foul, because that's just going to send a good free throw shooter to the line. Well, it seemed like after that timeout that Eric Walton called, the Cougars really got him back on track. I think it was 20-20 at that point, or something similar. So it's been 23-8 since. Make that 24-8. Seago comes in for Morales. Hill Jr. hits the second. The lead is 17 for Highland. They poured it on early, but this just feels like they've been adding to the lead. And it's suddenly up to 17. Chin Hansen, a block right at the rim. He denies Warfield. Emmer Lake, midi, way too strong. Seago has the rebound. Up the floor to Washington. Upstairs, Hansen, way too tall. It also hit the backboard. It was a good idea, just couldn't execute. Warfield bounces it into Valentin. Emmer Lake for three. They needed it, but can't bury it. Walter Hill Jr. racing up the court, leaves it off for Hansen. It was deflected. It lasted Hansen. A double deflection. Hit Vargas and then Hansen last. Vargas gets Seago switched onto him. Shoots over the top. Can't hit. Weak side board. Warfield goes baseline and then fades away and hits. Washington, 20 on the game clock. So the Cougars will hold for one. Vargas against Hill Jr. Hansen coming up to set the screen. Walter Hill Jr. into the paint, finds Washington, open for three. Short. Seago tips up the rebound, and time expires as the Cougars have a 15-point lead at halftime. Leading scorers, Kevin Morales has 12, Walter Hill Jr. has 6. Hansen and Jurisic have 5 each. Philip Berryhill has 11 for Kennedy King. Reggie Rather, leading scorer, just has 2. 15-point lead for Highland. We'll be back after this short halftime break again. Highland leads Kennedy King 40. Welcome back to Freeport, Illinois, as the Highland Community College Cougars lead the Kenny King Statesmen 45-30. And a game that Highland got off to a quick 12-3 start. And it got back, knotted up at 20. And then it was Highland in the back half of the first half. They just dominated, especially on the defensive end. Numbers to look at: Philip Berryhill leads the way for Kenny King with 10 points. It's Kevin Morales with 12 points, but there is nothing more impressive than this stat line in the first half by Chin Hansen. 5 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 blocks. 7 blocks in the first half. Jaheim Seago has 3 blocks. So Chin Hansen has a chance at the triple-double. Of course, the traditional way is points, rebounds, assists. You really don't get it any other way usually. You see steals every once in a while, and blocks are even more rare. So I guess I'm going to have to keep my eye out for any Chin Hansen blocks. So we're about to get half number 2 underway here at Larry F. Kale Gymnasium. Welcome back inside. I'm Adam Oppenheim. Reggie Ray, who has the ball now, only 2 points in the first half. Came in averaging 23.1 points per game. Manning on the drive, plays off 2. The left-hand floater rolls off. Washington. Jurisic looks inside. Chin Hansen is going to bank it in. Hansen's up to 7. Ray down the lane. He got fouled. That's the first against Hansen after the made basket. Ray connects on the first free throw. Sometimes for great players, getting to the foul line is a good way to get yourself going. See the ball go through the hoop. Reggie Ray hits both. Already matches his total from the first half, which was, once again, just 2 points. Seago had to go through his hands and then bounces off his foot into the backcourt. He's got to hustle after this. Bang out May trying to get to it. It's over and back. Good hustle by May, who started the game on the bench and begins the second half in the lineup. As Tarver starts on the bench. Bounce inside, and a nice move by Theron Johnson. His first bucket tonight. Hill Jr. on the drive. Seago fakes the pass, fires a left wing 3, hits back iron. Reggie Ray, full head of steam, Washington in front of him. Euro steps around him. It gets absolutely destroyed by Seago, but he was fouled before. I mean, those first row of fans almost just got some leather right to the dome. Reggie Ray's good on the first. You have a feeling he's got to get going if Kenny King wants to mount a comeback. Ray's perfect from the foul line. LaTroy Farrell is imploring his guys to press and keep the pressure on Highland. Inside it goes to Hansen. Is surrounded, goes up through contact. Count it, and one! Chin Hansen muscles it up and in. And has a chance to cap off the three-point play. Cannot. Ray's calling for it quickly. In transition, here comes Ray. Up fake and then threw it away. Jurisic, here comes Seago. Dangerous in the open court. To the rim for two. We saw a couple highlight slams last time Highland played here. That time a defender was in his way. Ray attacks Jurisic into the paint. The scooper goes. Tough bucket for Reggie Ray. Hill works to the basket and scores it. Just a rapid pace to begin the second half. Ray down the lane, can't finish. Hansen has the rebound. He has his double-double. Or rather, Hansen missed the free throw, so he has 9 points and 10 rebounds. Jurisic inside to Hansen. It's poked away from behind by Ray. Up the floor to May. It's intercepted by Seago. Hill's calling for it. Hill gets it. Hill in and out on the triple. Timeout, Kennedy King. The lead is at 15, which is right where it was at halftime. Kennedy King tried to cut into the lead, but so far, Reggie Ray back in the scoring column has 6 already in this second half. We'll take a short break. Denied at the rim a bunch of times. 16:44 to go after the Kennedy King timeout. Reggie Ray on the bench now. Devontae Jean down the lane, off the window and in. Using some English off the window. Jurisic pops out for a three. Side of the rim. Bang out Mai, quickly up the floor. Jean got a three. 5 quick ones from Devontae Jean coming out of the timeout. Fifth triple. Walter Hill, nice in and out move. To the basket, he banks it in. Hill Jr. just so crafty off the dribble. His ability to shoot, get to the rim, and also has the in-between game, the mid-range. One more pass to the corner. Off the dribble. Back outside of Jean. We'll try another three and bury it! Devontae Jean right over the top of Seago. And he scored on 3 straight possessions. Is quickly up to 10 points. Hill Jr. Floater's no good. And at last hit, Kennedy King. Morales comes in for Washington. Udella comes in for Jurisic. Mai and Manning come out for Kennedy King. and Berryhill and Emmer Lake come in for Candy King. Berryhill was the leading scorer for the Statesmen in the first half. He had 10. Morales fakes on a 3, lines it up, can't knock it down. Emmer Lake. Gene's calling for it. He wants the ball. They don't get it to him. And they will reset with Gerald Brock, his first action of the game. This ball's got to find its way to Devontae Jean, you would think. Brock working on Udella. 5 on the shot clock. Emmer Lake. Berryhill has got to go against Seago. The floater on the fly is way short. Seago has the rebound. Morales lines up the seams. Hansen battling for the rebound, and it's ripped away. Nice rebound by Berryhill. Brock back the other way. Jean, catch, fire, and bury! Devontae Jean can't miss in the second half. 11 points in 6 minutes. Six-point game. Brock pressuring Walter Hill Jr. Morales behind the back. Tough mid-range jumper. Short. Good defense by the Statesmen. Emmer Lake. Berryhill. Gerald Brock. This ball's got to find its way to Jean. It does. Devontae Jean off the dribble. Leaves it off. Long mid-range jumper from Warfield. Way off. Hill Jr. Seago. Nearly had it poked away by Emmer Lake. Gets it back. The floater's way short. Hansen saves it, but it goes right to Emmer Lake. It's going to start a fast break. Rashawn Emmer Lake downhill to the rim. He came up short on the dunk. Seago's down as well. It's a 5-on-4. They're going to stop play and check on Jaheim Seago, who collided with Rashawn Emmer Lake. And they're going to check on Jaheim Seago, who was described as playing above the rim like no other, and that's just an unfortunate play trying to make a defensive stop. And we'll take a short timeout and be back. Seago coming off the court. Seems like he can't put much weight on his left leg. He just came crashing down. I mean, so did Emmer Lake as well. He was lucky to not get injured, because coming up short on a dunk means you're going backwards to the ground. I think Seago might go back to the locker room. So Swansea comes in for Seago. 55-49. Back underway. For the injury timeout, Walter Hill Jr. off the screen, pops for three. Man, the Cougars have gone cold from the floor. Racing up the floor is Warfield to the rim for two. Javon Warfield, coast to coast. It's a 4-point game. It's a foul. It's going to go against Gerald Brock. So after halftime is 45-30 at the half. It is now 21-10 in the second half, favoring Kennedy King. Morales, Jurisic, Swansea, Tony, and Hill Jr. on the floor for the Cougars. Swansea has it now. Hill Jr. being pressured heavily by Brock. Morales trying to create some room. 7 on the shot clock. Morales back to Hill. He's going to have to fire. Spins around. Tough shot. He threw it away. Ends up with Berryhill. Philip Berryhill down the lane. It's rejected by Morales. Holy smokes. Hill down at the other end. Short on the layup. I mean, Morales just saved a surefire two by going way upstairs. Brock on the drive with the left hand. Difficult shot. It last hit. Kennedy King, I believe it was Emmer Lake who got the last hand on it. Morales hits from three. Big shot for Kevin Morales. The Highland offense has been stagnant here in the second half, but Morales is now up to a game-high 15 points. Brock being hounded by Morales. Devontae Jean, big second half. Off the dribble, Warfield got stuck, double teamed, hooks it back out to the corner. Nice catch by Berryhill. 3 on the shot clock, spins baseline. Gets it back, shot clock violation. Good defense by the Cougars. Tarver comes in along with Reggie Ray. And Jean and Warfield come out. The Statesmen have put together a terrific effort here in the second half. Down 15 at halftime. They have played extremely hard in the first 10 minutes. Morales finds Tony, bodies in, is blocked, tie up. Keeps it with Highland. Swansea, explosive, takes a lot of contact, and was fouled. I think the foul should go against Tarver. It will on the reach. 2 shots at the line for Mayo Swansea. Jim Seago back on the bench. Between a pair of assistant coaches for Highland. Swansea's good on the first, so that's a good sign. He's moving that leg on the sideline. Off on the second. Tony racing after the rebound, but it's scooped up by Brock. Reggie Ray leaves it off, rejected. 2-hand block by Morales. 2 spectacular defensive plays by Kevin Morales. That time he denied Tarver. It's 6'8". The 6'1" guard goes up and blocks it. Tarver trying to get revenge way too long. On the baseline jumper, up the floor, Morales! Timeout, Candy King! 17 points for Kevin Morales and 2 second-half blocks. And a 10-point lead for Highland. We'll take a short break. 9:51 to go. Back at Larry F. Gale Gymnasium, 9:48 to go. Highland has a 10-point lead. And quickly going to the rim is May. He lays it in. Bang out May has 7. Mayo Swansea going to work to the rim. He got stripped, and it last hit Swansea, I believe. Nope, it did not, according to our officiating crew. Last hit Candy King. Highland will inbound. Hill Jr. to inbound. Morales looks inside of Tony. His triple team got fouled. 14 foul against Candy King. Highland just has 2. Seago's ready to come back in. How about this? Jurisic to the bench. It looked like scary on an initial fall. I think it's always scary. The higher you can jump, that's also the farther you are away from the ground. And Seago is a prime example of that. It's one of the highest flyers in the country. Seago. They front the post and take it away. It's Emmer Lake. Comes up with the turnover. Brock. May's open. He gets the ball. Fires a 3. Back iron, and it hit the shot clock, I believe. So it's out of bounds to the Cougars. Morales, who nearly threw it away to Brock, and then did May. Easy finger roll. Nearly taken away again. It's poked out of play. Washington's going to come into the game for Swansea to inbound the ball. Hill's trapped, calls a timeout. Oh, Highland had timeouts to use, but Hill was buried in the corner. It was stolen on the first inbounds that led to a layup. The second one was poked out of bounds. And the third one, the Cougars have to call timeout. The lead is 6 for Highland, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here at Larry F. Gale Gymnasium, Freeport, Illinois. Great crowd here tonight. This has been a really fast-paced second half that has so far favored Candy King. They lead the second half 25-16. Wonder if Ray's going to get back in the act on the offensive end. Has 10 points. You think they want to get him some more looks. Seagull to the rim, got fouled. Emmer Lake picks up the foul. Seago short on the first. Jen Hansen comes back in for the Cougars. Seago's good on the second. Gerald Brock has given Candy King great minutes off the bench. He had 1 point in their last game. Hasn't scored today, but a lot of good pressure on the defensive end. Emmer Lake misses on the layup. Here comes Morales. Stops, holds his pivot foot. Back outside of Walter Hill. Hill pulls up for three. Got it! His second triple tonight. He has 13. Leads back into double figures for Highland. Ray, one more pass to Emmer Lake. They skip it. Brock, 10 on the shot clock. On the drive, got fouled. 22 seconds of good defense and then a foul against Highland. Devontae Jean will come in for a bang out my. Brock finds Jean wide open. He's the hottest guy in the building and they left him alone. 4 3-pointers in the half. Devontae Jean has 16. That's the one guy for Highland you should not lose, as Brock tips it away from Hill Jr. Washington drives to the basket with the left hand. Just a straight line drive to the rim. Brock, one more. Jean again. Didn't get the bounce. Out of bounds, goes to the Cougars. Theron Johnson comes in for Rashawn Emmer Lake. Under 7 to go. 9-point game. Up the floor, Morales lobs it to Seago! He can fly high right to the rim. Serious bounce. Reggie Ray trying to go to work against Hill Jr. Berryhill fakes on a three, hesitation into the paint, drew contact against Hansen. Off iron on the first for Berryhill, who has no points in the second half, had 10 in the first half. Largest lead was 17 for the Cougars. It's now at 10. And really been single digits most of the second half. Morales hands to Hill Jr. Reach-in foul called against Gerald Brock. Seago trying to go to the rim, took some contact, couldn't bank it in. Hands all over that basketball for Kennedy King. Ray on the drive, back out, high arcing three, swishes through for Berryhill. Back to 7. Walter Hill Jr. fires a 3. Back iron. Ray has the rebound. Ray leaves it upstairs. Berryhill can't finish. A foul. It's going to go against Ray as he knocks Seago over. Man, Ray was in between shooting or passing that ball. Lobbed it to Berryhill. Just could not get upstairs. That's a 17th foul as well. So it's a 1-and-1 for Jaheim Seago. Back iron on the 1-and-1. Washington has the rebound. Back outside Morales. Seago has another chance and threw it away to Gene. It's a 5-on-4. Ray down the lane. He walked. A 5-on-4 ends in a turnover for Kennedy King. That hurts. Washington calling for the Hansen screen. Anthony Washington trying to use the left hand again. He sneaks it through contact and one. Never let Kennedy King get to the ball because he just kept it on his left hand. Got it up in the rim and then got the soft roll. The first 4 stars have pretty much been locked in all year for Highland. But Anthony Washington might have that 5th spot right now. The press opens up an opportunity. Berryhill down the lane, hooks it out. Good hustle by Washington. Getting back. That looked like it was going to be an easy bucket for the Statesmen. But now they're going to have to inbound. Reggie Ray had a bunch of points early in the second half, not much since. To Berryhill, it's out of bounds. That's a tough pass to execute. Down the sideline. As Berryhill comes out for Mai. Hill Jr. breaks the press, gives it off. Hansen got fouled. Nearly another highlight for Chin Hansen. Henson in and out on the first. Still sitting on 9 points. Had 7 first half blocks. Not sure I remember any here in the second half. Oh, I really didn't think he had 7 in the first half, but there were so many plays near the rim that might have been deflected, and Hanson was able to pick up 7 blocks in the first half. Hanson now has 10, and Seago off the steal. 2-hand throwdown. Timeout, Statesman. More good defense for Highland. We'll take a timeout with them. 4:43 to go. Highlands lead. Back in Freeport, well, I talked to Coach Wallen before the game about a few things that include Jaheim Seago, and or at least looked at as one of the leaders on this team. But what he has brought the most is on the defensive end, bringing a ton of energy, and you could see it. After they forced that steal and he threw down the hammer, he was fired up going to the bench. And they trapped coming out of the timeout as well. Ray just gets rid of it to Gene. Down the lane, over the top of Hanson. Mai lays it in. That was not an easy layup. Hill Jr. bounces. And Hanson's fouled. Foul goes against Gene. Would have been an easy basket for Hanson. Hanson misses the first. Second is good. Another trap. Gene this time gets it away to Emmer Lake. Up the floor to Mai. That's over his head. Boy, Emmer Lake had so much space to get up the floor and then give the pass. He was just so far away. You have a 2-on-1 like that, there's no reason to throw a pass that far away. Washington gets it over to Morales. 3-on-2. Hanson. Seago is looking for the lob. He doesn't get it. Goes back outside to Hill Jr. Walter Hill Jr. has 13 points on 2 triples. Morales, 17 points on 3 3-pointers. Hill hooks it outside. Seago corner pop. Nope. And Mai comes up with the rebound. Reggie Ray against Seago. Gene off the bounce, hits another 3. Devontae Gene has 5 triples in the second half. Up to 19 points, that's a game high. Hill Jr. trying to shake Warfield. Seago. Hanson tries to duck in. Calling for it, Morales has it. 8 on the shot clock. Morales took some contact and will go to the line to shoot 2. Oh, Highland's not been able to try to put this game even more out of reach for Candy King because they've missed a bunch of foul shots here down the stretch. Morales can't hit the second either. Seago has the rebound, and at last hit, Emmer Lake. Seago draws another possession for Highland off of 2 missed free throws for Kevin Morales. Inbound. Sega was looking for another lob. It went to Hansen. It was taken away. Washington flies back into the picture and steals it right back. I think the shot clock should have reset to 30. So they should put it back to 25. They put it to 23. Tarver comes in for Emerald Lake. Hill Jr. finds an open Morales, fakes on a corner three, is being tightly guarded by Warfield. Forced to give it up to Sego. Washington sees a lane to the basket, got denied. Hansen has the rebound, battling with Jean, jump ball. A 9-point game. This game is far from over. Monte Jean still holds. Has 19 in the game. Cut off by Sego. Not much going on this offensive possession for Kennedy King. Pass inside of Ray against Morales. Got fouled. Reggie Ray has 8 tonight. He does hit on the first free throw. 5 straight 20-plus point games for Ray. 6 of 7 games, 20-plus. In one game this year as he shot below 45% from the floor. That was at number 1 Vincennes. Right now, he's under 45% from the floor. Got to give credit to the Cougars defense. Ray does hit both free throws, and the lead is just 7 for the Cougars. Sego down the lane, hops inside. Morales. Sego lobs it to Swansea. And was fouled from behind by Tarver. It was a bit of a no-look pass from Jaheim Sego. Swansea hits the first. And the second. Devontae Jean, long three-pointer. Man, that was from tape measure distance. It's about a 30-footer. Morales. I think Washington has provided big buckets in the second half. He has 9 points. Swansea. 8 on the shot clock. Being tightly guarded by Warfield. Javon Warfield all over Swansea. Force him to take a contested three to hit the rim. Sego has the rebound. And Morales will pull it back out with 1:10 to go. Just a killer offensive rebound allowed by the Statesmen. Morales being doubled, gets rid of it. Sego inside, Swansea, free throw line, jumper, rolls off. Reggie Ray being guarded by Swansea, took the bump. It is on the floor. In the NBA, that would be continuation. Not so much at the collegiate level. Not a bad foul. You slow the fast break, and it's only the 16th foul against Highland. 9-point game. Statesmen. The Statesmen need some buckets, and they need them quick. May, inside, nearly walked with it. Down the lane, the floater is way short for Warfield. Washington has the rebound. And now Morales is going to be doubled. Got away to Washington. Washington holds and burns off more time, and that's going to about do it here at Larry F. Keough Gymnasium. Looking for an exclamation point. Swansea. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Morales going to work. It's been his night. Can't finish. And Mai has the rebound. Ray up the floor. Jean is going to throw it down with one hand emphatically. 12.2 to go. Swansea is fouled. And a 7-point game with 7.6 to go. I do not think head coach LaTroy Farrow wanted to foul based on his reaction on the sideline. Devontae Jean has 17 points in the second half. I mean, how impressive has he been? Actually, check that. He has 19 points in the second half. Swansea was good on the first free throw. Well, certainly the fans here had a ton to cheer about, some highlight reel plays. The Cougars have the good start and really never let their foot off the gas. Although Kenny King made it interesting. Highland's going to pick up their 6th win of the season and improve to 6-4. They've won 2 out of their past 3. Kenny King did not look like a 1-7 team here tonight. They look like a really solid team, but they fall to 1-8 on the season. Well, for Highland, men's and women's basketball, they're going to be right back here at Larry F. Keough Gymnasium on Saturday as they take on Malcolm X College in a doubleheader. Before that, the men's team will be at Olive Harvey College. That's on Wednesday. It's along with the women's team as well. But our next broadcast will be on Saturday. Once again, it will start with the women's game, which begins at 1 p.m. against Malcolm X College on December 6th. That's this Saturday. After that, the men's game follows at 3 o'clock. Once again, against Malcolm X College. Once again, the final score from Larry F. Keough Gymnasium. We'll get you the final statistical leaders, at least in the scoring column. Kevin Morales, what a big game he had off the bench. 17 points, 3 triples. Walter Hill Jr. added 13. Seago and Hansen had 11. Devontae Jean, big time for Kennedy King, 21 points, 19 in the second half. Bang Out Mai had 11. Philip Berryhill added 14. That's going to do it here from Larry F. Keough Gymnasium in Freeport, Illinois. Next game, Saturday against Malcolm X College, starting at 1. Pregame starts at about 12:50. That's all here from Freeport. I'm Adam Oppenheim saying so long. Once again, the final score, Highland 80, Candy King 71.